What is going on, everyone? This is Dresden back with part 4 of Pokemon Ruby. Now, where we left off, we are halfway through the first route of this, route, and we're going to fight some people. Yeah, it's part of Pokemon. You're going to have to deal with it. Alright, now, what I wanted to lead off with for this episode was to talk about favorite pastimes. And a lot of us pretty much say, gaming is our favorite pastime, but that's not, I don't think that's true. There is a lot of other things that we do that we just don't look at that we do enjoy a lot more than just video games. Like, for myself, I enjoy rollerblading. It's pretty fun to do. It's like fast walking, except faster. Which makes no sense, but still, it's fun. I'd rather rollerblade with friends than play video games with them, because it's just something about it being out and about and whatnot. But as well, I also enjoy just the smaller things, like maybe even reading a book. I know it's kind of lame, but who cares? Shut up, phone. But it's reading can really help, and playing a video game, it visualizes what you want to see. But when you're reading a book, it's all about what you think. So, I'm not trying to promote reading a book, please, God no. I need some people to kill online, but just saying, pick up a book sometimes. Other things that I also do enjoy doing is, cooking. I don't know why, but I enjoy cooking for some reason. Like, even back in junior high when we had home ec class, I destroyed my foods in a good way. Like, I had the highest marks in class just because, I don't know, I was a natural at it, and I can cook a mean omelet. It tastes so good. Yeah. So, we all have these random things that just we don't think about. We don't just look in the back of our heads to look at. But really, those can be more enjoyable than just playing video games. And I'm going to apologize for the part coming up, not against this trainer battle, but part of my team that I'm looking for is I need a Ralts on my team, and it's going to take forever. I'll talk about that in a minute. But as well, I want to talk about what system did you grow up with? We can't abandon video games as a favorite pastime, but what system did you guys grow up with? Now, personally, I grew up a lot with the PlayStation side of it. I had a Game Boy, I guess, but other than that, though, really, I lived off of PlayStation. And that's what kept my entertainment, at least for an hour a day. I was limited, which is very unfortunate for a child. And really, though, it did teach me that I can enjoy other things than just video games. But past all that, PlayStation, I lived off it. It was the only thing I really knew. Even when Xbox was out, I didn't even realize Xbox existed, except for the fact that when I wanted to go out and rent Jak and Daxter, I wasn't allowed to. What's Jak and Daxter? I don't know. I can't remember. But it was one of those Xbox exclusives. It wasn't Halo, because I didn't even know first-person shooters existed when PlayStation was out. So, yeah, I lived off of PlayStation and maybe Game Boy Color every now and then, and I didn't have a lot to do with it. I enjoyed Crash Bandicoot. I loved Crash Bandicoot as a kid. They totally destroyed him now, though. Oh my god, it's so stupid now. It ruined the whole Crash Bandicoot era for me, and I almost can't go back to it. But I don't know, something mysterious I can sometimes. Why not? Then I got a PlayStation 2. When that came, I didn't exactly go downhill, but my perspectives on video games declined, because my parents it was still at a time when I was really young. I didn't have much money or control over what games we got, and I was very limited to Tiger Woods games, like the PGA Tour games. Not saying that they're bad, but it was my only option for when I wanted to go play a video game was 2008 or 2009. Pick one and better enjoy it. This is the only thing I had, and so that's what I lived off of for most of my time. And back in the Christmas of '09 was when I got my first Xbox, and that's when my whole gaming perspective changed dramatically. That's when I realized of shooters. That's when I realized of other potential games that could be amazing for you to play. And so leading that into, what genre really do you guys enjoy playing the most? Like, I wasn't much into fighting games. Like when I very, 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 very first played games, I think like the first game I remember playing was like Tekken 3. Oh, it was such a fun game. But other than that though, like, I would never really enjoyed playing too many fighting games before. I thought they really were stupid until I saw the trailer for Ultimate Marvel 3. And I saw that, and I saw Chris Redfield, because I love Resident Evil games. And I saw Chris, I'm like, wow, this is gonna be so sweet. I can play freaking Chris. I can kill the Hulk. Oh man, I gotta get this. And I get it. And even past all that, like, there was Dante from Devil May Cry. I love that game. There was Zero from the Mega Man series, which I love Mega Man. Like, and that's kind of like a leading role into it. Like, I enjoy, just adventure games, side-scrolling, whatnot. Like, those games seem fun to me. But yeah, like, first-person shooters, they don't really much lose their touch on me. But because of that trailer, seeing Chris, and like actually playing Marvel, and I enjoy fighting games now. I never really thought I could, and when I first got it, I sucked at it. And the only reason why I kept playing was because of the characters. But I kept it going. And I got a little bit better. I'm not the best. I'm still only like a 9th Lord, which is not very high in the rankings. But I enjoy playing them. They're a good, relaxing thing to do. There's no bullshit about it that can make you hate the game. Like, if you lose, you lost because of you. It wasn't because of like Call of Duty and like the death streak of Dead Man's Hand blew you off from half a mile away. But to give Call of Duty some credit, they must have had to have done some stuff right in order to keep it going, or else they wouldn't have like 12 million people a year buying their games and enjoying it for what it's worth. But it's something about Call of Duty that it's almost like they just don't care about the consumers anymore. Like with Battlefield, the games are very fluent. They make you play objectively, and weapons seem very fair. Like, there's the odd weapon or two, but then when you know that people are using those weapons, you can call them out for being a douche when it's just 1 or 2 weapons. But when it's every single gun and every single person is using that same gun in COD, it's just like what can you do? Like, you have to look past it, and you gotta hope that someone with more dignity will come and challenge you. Now, I just wish that they would do something about it, but I have no control. I'm just starting out here, and I'm talking about COD on a Pokemon walkthrough. I don't think I get much vote in this. But other than that, though, I'd also like to talk about stupid things in video games. Now, back to COD, but not a multiplayer, on the campaign. The stupidest thing that COD has ever done, and I guess really back, it was still in a time when they were trying to, oh, look at that, I just found rolls, yes! Yeah, just back at a time when there's infinite respawning. Wow, trying to beat those campaigns on veteran, they were a pain. You could not do it. World at War was the worst for it. I mean, not only was there infinite respawning, but there was infinite grenades, pretty much, for the enemy. Like, I remember, what was it, the second last level, one where you're storming Reichstag, and I had a system, but the system kept failing, so I'd switch systems, but no matter what I would do, my screen would be full of grenades, and I would be like, yep, blow me up now, please, boom. Like, there's no getting around it, and infinite respawning was a terrible idea, and it was only really needed for, old video games, ones where they were 2 hours long, you could beat in 2 hours, but game developers had to make it hard, or else people would just put it down and walk away. But with that being said, one thing that annoyed me about really old games was level design. One I would like to go to is, I believe it's not Super Mario World. It was, if you go on a Game Boy Advance, it's Super Mario Advance 3. There's one level in the ice area where it's like, I still don't know how you beat it. I always have to skip that level and go to the opposite route in order to continue, because just that one level, I think it's like level 7 in the ice stage, it's just impossible unless you have a leaf, and it's just impossible if you're not the split second fast. It just annoys me. And then I'm almost out of time, so I'd like to thank you for watching, and please like and whatnot, whatever else everyone says. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my video. Thanks for watching. See you later.